A 45-year-old rivalry, chock full of dramatic finishes. 3 weeks ago in Reno, Nevada opened Mountain West play with a thrilling win over the Broncos. Redemption after a season-ending loss last year in Las Vegas. Tonight in Boise, the reigning Mountain West champs get their shot to even things up, with their fans as raucous as ever.
I think it's one of the louder gyms in the Mountain West just because, I don't know, it just seems like everyone's kind of on top of you.
First place in the Mountain West on the line.
It goes through Boise until it's different.
A showdown of two top 30 teams in the net rankings. And it starts right now. A perfect night in Boise, Idaho from Extra Mile Arena. First place, Nevada at 15-4, 5-1 in the Mountain West, taking on the Boise State Broncos at 14-4. Our broadcast brought to you by your Northern Nevada Toyota dealers, Toyota. Let's go places. And hi, everybody. Welcome inside to courtside alongside former coach Joe Cravens. I'm Alex Margulies. Well, Coach, if a couple of weeks ago is any indication, we are going to have an absolute battle on our hands tonight here in Boise.
Well, Alex, I don't think there's any lack of motivation in this game. Whoever wins tonight is alone in first place in the Mountain West Conference standings. And Boise State's got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They think they should have won December 28th over at Reno. So look for this to be a very competitive affair tonight.
All right, let's take a look at our key players in this matchup. That's brought to you by ITS Logistics, the official logistics partner for the Wolfpack since 2002. And for Keenan Blackshear, a tremendous performance last Friday against Utah State, a career high 28 points. This guy has been a matchup problem.
28 points, 5 assists, 5 steals. That's a career for most guys. Alex, he is the biggest and strongest point guard in the league at 6'6", 215 pounds. His length alone gives him the advantage in the paint to score over smaller guys. And then that 215 pounds of muscle, he can get in there and bang with the big guys as well. He is a matchup nightmare. The Broncos need to really focus in on him and keep him out of the paint, which is a whole lot easier said than it is done.
All right, Coach, on the other side for Boise State, since they left Reno, they've won 4 consecutive games, and their offense is playing about as good as they have all year. They've got 4 players that are coming into this game averaging double figures, including Chibuzo Ogbo, the transfer from Texas Tech, and boy, has he been a big get for Leon Rice.
Well, Ogbo has been hotter in the Texas parking lot since they started league play, averaging over 15 points, shooting 58% from the three-point line, and he comes at you with some size as well. 6'7", 227. He is also one of their best on-the-ball defenders, off-the-ball defenders, and there's a whole bunch of good defenders on this Boise State team.
All right, we are going to have some fun here tonight in Boise. They're expecting a near sellout crowd. It is a whiteout, and this is going to be a great Mountain West Conference showdown. The Wolfpack and the Broncos starting lineups and tip-off coming up next here on Nevada Sports Net. Welcome back to Extra Mile Arena, Boise, Idaho. Mountain West showdown, the Wolfpack and the Broncos, and Boise State's on top by 6. And welcome here to courtside, Coach Joe Cravens, Alex Margulies. And, you know, for Nevada, they have to feel pretty good about what they did offensively. But Max Rice on the other side having almost an unimaginable first half, Coach. We're talking 21 points. He's hit 5 threes already in this game. How is this happening?
It's having an out-of-body experience almost. 5 of 6 from the three-point line, 7 of 9 overall. He also has 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and no turnovers to go along with that. But he started the game off drifting out, and he has such great lower body and lift on his jump shot. And if you drop your hands, he can get you to the lane, scored over you. Remember, Max Rice is no small kid at 6'5", 200 pounds, and he is just lighting the Nevada Wolfpack up. It looks like he almost fumbles it, and then he jumps up and shoots it in. And again, look at this great lower body, the way he gets his hips and his legs into it, and he is just having a field day here in the first half.
All right, so we'll take a look at the numbers of this one when we come back. The Wolfpack and the Broncos. Boise State trying to even up this series after a narrow loss in Reno. We'll have more coming up from Extra Mile Arena in Boise, Idaho, right after this. The Fremont Cannon. Clocking in at over 500 pounds, it's the heaviest and most expensive rivalry trophy in college football. The prize in one of the most bitter in-state rivalries in the country. The success of a season defined by what color it is. For Nevada, a win could signal a season turnaround. For UNLV, it would further legitimize a great start for first-year head coach Barry Odom. It's the Nevada Wolfpack and the UNLV Rebels. The battle for the Fremont Cannon starts right now. Absolutely spectacular October afternoon in the biggest little cities. We welcome you to the University of Nevada. It's the state championship, and that is the prize, the Fremont Cannon. And welcome inside the broadcast booth. Our telecast presented by your Northern Nevada Toyota dealers, Toyota. Let's go places. Alongside former Wolfpack linebacker Lucas Weber, I'm Alex Margulies. Lucas, you played in this game, and you know this game is just a little bit different.
Oh, I mean, it is a little bit different. You can hear the crowd brewing already, but as you're building this week, you like to take it week by week, but this one is special.
All right, let's check out our player spotlight that's presented by Renown Health, the area's largest and most comprehensive healthcare network. For the Nevada defense, they're led by Drew Watts, a sophomore captain. This kid just flies around the football. He is an absolute ball hawk.
Yeah, Drew's doing a really good job trying to fit back into the system. I think he was developing early, but now he's really trusting his eyes, listening to his coaches, and is finding a way to the football pretty much on every snap.
It's going to be a big challenge for Watts and this Nevada defense against one of the top rushing attacks in the entire country in UNLV. They have got a stable of running backs, and leading the way is Jaden Thomas. They call him the Jet. The kid out of Atlanta, Georgia, has been one of the top scorers in the country. He's 11th in the nation with 7 rushing touchdowns. He has been a stud.
Yeah, this kid is the spark a lot of offenses want to have. I mean, he really does a good job of trusting his offensive line, and the offensive coach does a really good job of misdirection, trying to get undisciplined backfield and disciplined linebackers to, make him look like a stud he is.
All right, there's a buzz in the air here at Mackey Stadium. Over 20,000 expected in the stands. This is the game you circle on the calendar at the beginning of the year, and it is finally happening today. The Wolfpack and the Rebels coming up on the other side of the road. An absolutely gorgeous evening in the Truckee Meadows for some baseball. And tonight at Greater Nevada Field, the Reno Aces continue on playing host to the Fresno Grizzlies. And hi, everybody. Welcome inside our broadcast booth alongside Conrad Schmidt. I'm Alex Margulies. Conrad, good to finally have you back on the broadcast. And I tell you what, this could not be any nicer for a setting when it comes to baseball.
It's really nice to get back into Greater Nevada Field. Love this ballpark, spent a lot of time in my life here, and I love being able to come back and call baseball games.
We'll see if the Aces can get back on track. They enter play tonight just 5-14. Last night falling to the Grizzlies 9-6, but at the end of the game, Yasmani Tomas pummeling one, almost got it into the river. This guy's got a ton of power.
Yeah, a lot more power early in the season than last season for Tomas this year. A lot of good things we're seeing from him. Slow start for the ball club, but seeing some good things from Tomas and Crone, and sometimes you see these clubs start out real slow, and it's all how you finish and if you're in the race at the end of the summer.
All right, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the Reno Aces in the middle, Travis Snyder. He's been on a tear. Third best in the PCL, comes in hitting .414, a veteran that's really tearing the cover off the ball.
Yeah, this is a guy that goes back to my playing days. Really good bat. He's been able to just really give himself a good career. Had kind of an interesting path, found himself an independent ball last year, but battling his way back. Baseball is funny things that happen, and now you see him at the top of the AAA PCL.
All right, let's take a look at the Fresno Grizzlies' first year in affiliation with the Washington Nationals. It's their first trip as a Nationals affiliate here to downtown Reno. In the middle of their order, Jacob Wilson has been outstanding. 8 home runs, 23 runs batted in already this season. Coming up next, we'll give you the starting lineups, and we'll have first pitch from Greater Nevada Field. It's Game 2 of the series between the Reno Aces and the Fresno Grizzlies. Coming up next.